Yes, yeah.
Now we'll start our session. So in last session, we completed about the exception handling related. So today we will discuss about Python with the database communication. Python with the database, how we are interacting, these things we will discuss in this today's session, guys. Okay, now. So here, first, before going to communicating from Python to database, first of all, we have to discuss about the database. So we have to download and install the database, and we can use that database from the Python script for data manipulation. So previously, for storing the data in a permanent manner, we used file handling concept, guys. Files we used for storing the data in a permanent manner, and later in future, whatever we want, we can do it. Simply data manipulation we did using the files concept. So same like that now using databases also data manipulations we can do it. Data manipulation means the data we can create, we can update, we can delete, we can access as per the requirement. Okay, we can filter the data based on the conditions or different ways we can do it, guys. And data we can controlling who can access, who cannot access. Okay, like these all things we can handle using the databases. So more secured way we can store the data in the database, and we can protect security to our data also by controlling that data using the some commands, guys. Okay, no? So and also, guys, data we can organize in the form of table using the databases. We can organize data in the form of tables using databases. In databases, we are creating tables. Inside the table, required columns like employee number, employee name, salary, city, like required table related required columns we are creating. And for every column related data properly we are maintaining. So rows and columns wise we are maintaining in a table. So as per the requirement, so and so particular row or so and so particular columns, like we can access. This all when we are writing the queries, you will understanding, guys. Okay, now. So here today I'll share one material, guys. In that material, you will understanding this information. Okay. So all the programming languages are good at processing the data. All the programming languages are good at processing the data, but they cannot to store the data in a permanent manner, guys. Because programming languages memory will be allocated in the RAM area, read access memory. Okay, in this RAM area, RAM follows the volatile memory. RAM is a volatile memory. Volatile means a temporary memory. Once the program execution is over, the data which is loaded in the RAM area will be deleted automatically, guys. The data which is present in the RAM area will be deleting automatically because of this volatile memory. So in order to store the data in a permanent manner, we can use files or databases for storing data in a permanent manner. So already files related we discussed, that's why databases related we are going to discussing. So databases are nothing but softwares which stores the data in a hard disk. Databases are nothing but some of the softwares only, guys, which stores the data in hard disk in a permanent manner and provides the security for the data, guys, and provides the security for the data. Okay, so we have so many databases. We have so many popular databases. For example, Oracle database, we have MySQL database, we have SQL Server, we have MongoDB, we have and PostgreSQL, we have CouchDB, CassandраDB, like so many popular databases we have, guys. So the people who are learning about the Java related technologies, they are doing practice with the Oracle database. The people who are learning the Python related, they are doing practice with the MySQL, guys. And the people who are learning the .NET related, they are doing practice with the SQL Server related, SQL Server. Okay, na? So different technology related students are doing practice with the different databases. So in our session, we are going to discussing with our with this MySQL database. With MySQL database using Python, we are going to interacting to MySQL database. Later, if you want Oracle communication, if you want MongoDB communication, you can do it. How you can do? I will let you know, guys. This is all the process. What is this one? So here, first we are going to interacting with this MySQL. That's why we have to download and install this MySQL software. Download and install the MySQL software from the official website, MySQL websites there. From there you can download and install it. Okay, na? So those where you are downloading, how you are installing, those links also I provided here, guys. So if we want, we need to download any one database and install by following the proper guidelines. So MySQL related I given here. Simply click on this link. So it is redirecting to another link, guys. So where you can download it. Okay. So it is showing like this MySQL 8 version related, showing guys Windows related. So here bottom link guys, higher memory there. This one you can download it. Bottom link. Okay. Click on this download link. One downloadable installer file downloading guys. So go to your downloadable folder location and double click on that. Follow the next screens for installation. Are you clear, guys? So here I'm providing this material today. In this material, this link is there. Click on this link. Directly it is redirected to downloadable folder location. This bottom download button, you can click it. So required MySQL software going to downloading. After downloading, go to their downloadable folder location. Double click on that and follow the installation guidelines. If you want the installation guidelines also, see here, MySQL software installation guidelines steps related. So one more link I given. So click on this link, guys. Click on this link. It is redirected to installation procedure page. So here you are downloading and you are going to installing. So that full information there, guys. So when you have free time, you can read this entire content. Okay. So after downloading, double click on that file. Then first time it is showing like this, guys. First time like this, one window opening, and here the lot of radio buttons there, guys. Radio buttons there. Developer default, server only, client only, full, custom, like different radio buttons there. Which features you want, that is you have to select, guys. Which features you want, that is you have to select them. Okay, na? So if I'm selecting this one, what happening? If I'm selecting this one, what happening right now, you don't know. Then simply you can install this full future related MySQL. Full future related MySQL. So when you're selecting, it includes these all features, guys. It includes these all features. So for example, here the MySQL server, it including MySQL server, MySQL cell, MySQL router, MySQL workbench, MySQL connectors, documentation, some sample examples, much more. These all things automatically coming whenever we are selecting this one, guys. So if we are selecting this one, then what are the features you are going to get? Those things displaying here. Okay, na? So full feature related, you can select, guys, and then click this next button. Click this next button. Okay, now? So that information here is there, guys. So if selecting first one, what happening? If selecting second one, what happening? These all information here there. Okay, so go and read it. So after clicking next button, then requirements, checking requirements related, one more screen opening. Okay, na? So first this one completed is setup type, full featured type selected, then requirements related. Okay, one by one, we have to complete it. So first like this, showing requirements related. So next button is there. Simply click on this next button. Okay. So next here like this coming as. So click this yes related here. Simply here is there, guys. So click on this yes. Click on this yes, and then next click on this next button. So when you are clicking next button, so installation process is going on. Okay. So what are the features are coming when we are selecting full featured? Those all are showing here. Ready to download like that there. These all features automatically downloading and installing when we are selecting the full featured MySQL. Okay. So simply you can click execute button, guys. You can click execute button. That information there here, execute. So when you are selecting execute, one by one, downloading and installing. Okay. So like this, downloading. So after completing all downloading and installation, complete like that, showing like this showing is. Okay. So what are the screens showing? Every screen here there. Check it out. And after completing all, finally you have to click this next button, guys. You have to click on this next button. Okay. So next, like this coming product configuration related showing is this third one. First two steps completing. So now product configuration related is showing here. And next click this next button is next button you have to click, and then so like this showing product configuration related. Again, a lot of other screens, other menus are displaying. we have to complete one by one. Okay. So installation related, a lot of screens are showing guys. If we are selecting full featured related, So here, two checkbox, two radio buttons there. First one selecting by default, we have to use that only. Okay. So simply click next button, So if selecting first one, if selecting next one, what happening? You can read here, guys. So first one by default selected, can use that and click the next button. And the next type and networking related asking. So which type you want to development computer, or server computer, or dedicated computer, like something showing. So first one only how to use guys. Here like a drop down menu is there guys. So by clicking this, there's three things showing. First one selecting by default, you have to use that only, development computer related. Okay. So and networking connectivity related, one more screen like this is showing. So here you are selecting development computer related already. So and some checkboxes showing. These all automatically coming guys. MySQL by default follows 3306 port number, 3306 port number MySQL uses. Oracle uses 1521 port number, and MongoDB uses 27017 like that. Some port numbers there, databases related. So default port number here is there. You have to use that one. Okay. And next, finally click this next button. Here we are not selecting anything, automatically selecting this all. Simply we are going to click next button, guys. Okay. So after that, authentication method related. Right now, this one is over. Now next authentication method. After that, account rules like that. So authentication method related. Again here, the two radio buttons there. First one is selecting by default. That only you can use. Click this next button, guys. Click this next button, and next account and roles related showing account and roles related. So here MySQL root password, repeat password like that. So here for your database, whatever the password you want, that password you can use. Whatever the password you want, you can use that password, but your password must be meaningful name, rememberable name you have to use, guys. Some people, if using like this, later this is forgetting. Okay, even one character missing also, later you are unable to log in. So simply MySQL related default username is root, guys. MySQL related default username is root. Password is also can use root. I'm using in my system root and root. Username is root, password is root I'm using. So if you want, you can also use the same thing, default things. And later in our projects, we are going to use username root, password root like that for communicating to this MySQL software. If you are using different password here, you have to remember later the same password we have to use in our Python scripting for interacting to this MySQL database. Got it, guys? So based on your inputs, guys, is this a medium password or a strong password or weak password like that showing here? Okay. Yes. Next, if you want to create multiple users for using this database, multiple user accounts, if you want to create, click on this add user and you can make it. No need to select this one. This is your personal system, guys. So you can use only one account, no problem. And click this next button, guys. So finally, click this next button. Okay, now. So when you are clicking like that, it is showing like this. One more window opening like that. So username this one, host this one, whatever the username we are using, that username showing guys we have. Okay, so role DB admin host, these all automatically selecting. So don't change anything. So only you have to give here password is what. So enter the password root, ROOT root, and confirm password also root, and click OK. So if this password correct one, password and repeat password, then successfully going to create the account, guys. Okay. So after that, click this next button, guys. Click this next button. So this one, Windows service related. Now we are going to do. After that, applying the configuration related. So now Windows service related here, like this showing. These all are selected automatically. By default selecting, guys, these are. So you have to use same thing only. First one selected this one. All same you have to use. And click this next button. Next button. And after that, apply the configurations related. This all showing here. So we have to execute these all things, downloading and installing. So here, click on this execute related button here. So when we are clicking execute, this is all one by one downloading and installing. Okay. So like this coming as like this checkbox is coming if completing successfully. Then finally finish. You have to click. So this all screens completing. And after that, some sample database is also coming for our practice purpose. Means some databases creating, and in that some tables creating. In those tables, some records also, data also, rows also creating with required columns. Okay, so for those purpose, we have to follow the next screens. Install this sample database related. So if you are selecting this full setup related, some default databases it is providing with some tables and all. So now here, next connect to server guys. Connect to server, MySQL server we have to connect. If we want to connect here, the username is what, password is what we are giving, and we have to check. So previously we entered username and password. We entered password guys, same thing. Default username root, password what you entered that you have to give, and you have to check it. If correct, then connecting to this server, MySQL server. Otherwise, throwing the error guys. Okay. So after that, apply the configurations related like this there. You have to click on this execute button. So here execute, you have to click as these things one by one, downloading and installing. After completing, you have to click this finish button. So after completing like this showing and click this finish button. Okay, no? So after that, see these two things. First time showing like this, 4 options. So now this one and this one only completed. Next product configuration and then installation complete related, 2 more screens there. So product configuration related again, we are going to do steps again. So click this and next, click this and next. So here these all the sample databases you're getting, sample examples related, routers related, servers related, all you're going to get it. So click this next guys. Click this next, and next installation completed related showing here. Okay. So here the checkbox is there. All you have to select by default. Selecting these things. If not selecting, you have to select and then click finish button. Finish button. Then completing our installation. Installation completed. So after that, if you want to interact to the MySQL workbench, connect to MySQL server, connect to MySQL server, guys. So here for our practice purpose, guys, we are getting a workbench, MySQL workbench. This is a GUI tool, guys. GUI, graphical user interface tool. Using this, more easily we can create the tables. We can read the data, like lot of operations. We can perform it, guys, more easily. So if we want to interact to this workbench, first of all, in this start menu, so workbench, simply you can type like a workbench, guys. Workbench like this, MySQL workbench there. So click on that. It is opening first time. First time we have to connect to the workbench, guys. Okay, this is a real GUI tool. So check it here. Check it here. MySQL Workbench is the official graphical user interface tool for MySQL software. This is the official graphical user interface tool. It allows you to design, to create, to browse your database schemas, work with the database objects, and insert the data as well as read the data, design the data, and can execute the SQL queries like that there, guys. So using this, we can interact our databases and create tables and access data, create data, update data, delete data, like whatever we want, we can do it. This is official graphical tool, guys. So now here, first time showing like this, guys. First time showing like this. So here, plus symbol is there. Plus symbol is there. So if clicking this plus symbol, so like this showing, guys. Okay, connection name, host name. Host name is local host. 127.0.0.1 is local host. If it is connecting to real-time servers, guys, server host name, server IP address providing, and server port number providing. So by default in MySQL 3306 port number, and our username is there, and the password we are entering as. This password right now stored in the wallet. So if I want, I can clear by clicking this one. Later can enter. So default database, what you want to use every time, is all you can select here. Okay, no? So I don't want to do that one. So first time like this showing, guys, I don't want to connect like separately. So like this showing, whenever we are clicking this one, it is automatically opening. First time without opening like that, one window opening. So that username is what, the password is what, like that showing. So for example, here you can check it where it is opening. Hmm. Now check it this screen. So check it here. First time when you are clicking here, guys. So like this one window opening. So here username is there. Password you have to enter. Your entered password you have to give it here. And if you are selecting this checkbox, this password is saving every time. Next onwards, just whenever we are clicking, automatically connecting. Otherwise, if you are not saving password, every time it is asking password. Okay, then click OK, guys. So whenever we are clicking that, so first time like this opening. So this is only I got it now. This is only I got it now. Okay. So here, first time here, administration is there, guys. Bottom side schemas there. So it is selecting by default administration related. And here the servers connections related, export related, dashboards related, like something management level related, exporting data, importing data related, like some advanced level features displaying guys here. So can select this schemas, guys. You can select this schemas. So now here all available databases displaying. So here we can drag like this. If we want, we can drag down also, guys. So here available databases in MySQL so far, whatever I created. So available databases there, guys. Yeah, for different batches purpose, different databases I created. Okay, when you are joining, for example, if you are joining for Django, guys, in Django every day projects we are developing. So for every project, separate databases using guys. In that database only that project related data handling, data manipulation. So okay, no? So many are there here. Later, if we want, we can create a lot of operations we can do. Slowly, you will understanding. So here, this one there, keep mouse on here. Now check it. This one. So it execute the selected portion of the script or everything if there is no selection. So actually here the SQL queries we can write, guys. SQL means a structured query language. SQL means a structured query language. This is one software, guys. Using this software, we can interact into a relational database management system. RDBMS, a relational database management system. The databases which are following the RDBMS concept, those databases are maintaining the relations between the tables. Relations between the tables. So those tables, if we want interacting using this SQL software, we can interacting. It queries the database tables, guys. It queries the database. Queries means sending the request, getting the response properly. Okay, no? So structured query language we are calling. SQL stands for structured query language. So check it. SQL stands for structured query language. SQL lets you to access and manipulate the database. So according to ANSI standard, guys, according to ANSI standard, this is the standard language for relational database management system for querying the request, guys, and getting the response related. Official standard, this one SQL. Okay, using this, we can create, we can update, we can read, we can delete, like different operations we can perform. Simply here, after installing our MySQL command screen here there in server MySQL database there, guys. So from this, we are sending the SQL query and we are getting the response back. That response we are able to see here. Okay. So for that purpose only, this is we are using that purpose. For that purpose only, we are using this one. Just wait, I'll put charging. Okay. So this workbench later I'll use, guys. Simply I'm going to minimizing or close it. And next in this start menu, MySQL type it. So here MySQL command line client getting, click on that. So one black screen like this showing us, enter the password. So I used root password. So same password I'm entering. If wrong password entering, so immediately closing. It means you are not a authorized person for interacting MySQL like that, understanding. So I want to give correct password. So root I'm giving as. then it is connecting to MySQL. It is connecting to MySQL server. Whenever we are using correct password, then connecting to MySQL server, guys. So MySQL also maintaining by the Oracle Corporation only. Oracle company there, guys. Oracle company maintaining Oracle database, and also this MySQL also maintained by this Oracle Corporation only. Compared to the Oracle, MySQL is more simple one, more easy one, and more popular one also. So that's why we are using this one for our Python scripting interaction purpose. So here MySQL greater than symbol there. This is the MySQL prompt. Python prompt is like this showing. So here the Python related coding we can write. Same like that, MySQL related coding we can write here. So here the SQL queries we are writing. Required SQL queries we are writing as required SQL queries we are writing. So here in our software, in our system, in C drive, we installed MySQL server, guys. So we installed MySQL database. So these queries interacting to this C drive related MySQL software, and here the required operations performing, and that result also getting back. The result also getting back. Okay, now. So now here check it. I'm going to create one query, guys. One more point here. MySQL queries are not case sensitive. MySQL queries are not case sensitive, guys. It means lower letters, upper letters we can write. Come on, let me know. Python is case sensitive or not? Is Python case sensitive or not? So Python related case sensitive, lower letters, upper letters, all are different. MySQL database queries are not case sensitive, means lower letter, upper letter we can write. So one command I'm writing is here, show databases. So databases and a semicolon can use, guys. So most of the SQL queries, guys, are expecting semicolon at representing like a terminating of the query, termination of the query. So from here to here, query is completed. Query completed. Now sending this request to the server, MySQL database related, and getting response back. Okay, so that's why for every query, habitat like that, semicolon termination. Okay, now if I'm sending this one, see here the hundreds of databases accessing and displaying us. How many are there? 252 rows there. Every database is like one row, guys, considering. So 252 rows there. If I'm creating one more that is coming and joining here, then 253 like that count increasing. Got it? So in my MySQL software in C drive, I have a MySQL software. So here the 256 database are there. This is one server, guys. This is one server, MySQL database related server. Okay, in that sub databases there. Each one is like one database, sub databases. Simply it means here. So in this the number of sub databases like this there, guys. So how many databases there right now? 252 databases there like this. In every database, number of tables there. This is one table. This is one table. This is one table like that. In every table, number of records may available. In every table, number of records may available. Rows. These all things we can interacting, guys. Later we can send a request out of these 252 databases, which database we want to connect. So these all things from the Python script, we are giving inputs and we can interact and we can do operations on that particular database only. Okay, this is query, some basic queries you have to understand. So using the show databases, all available databases we are getting. Okay, first time, guys, whenever we are installing some default databases are coming. So one is this Vault DB coming, Vault DB. Okay, this is one database. In this, some tables there, guys. Some cities related, countries related, population related, some tables there, guys. Here later we'll use those things. Sys related coming by default, and this one Sakila related coming default one, guys. So here world related cities, countries related information there, and here the movies related information there, guys. Okay, movie names, producer names, actors name, hero names, heroine names, like something information maintaining here. So now three things, guys. This one and this one and this one, and the next performance schema somewhere there, performance schema here there. Okay, this one coming. Totally now 4 coming and one more the MySQL related there. Alphabetical order wise displaying guys top to bottom and one more this MySQL. These 5 things coming by default. First time when you are installing, these 5 things are there in your machine. If you are selecting full future related. Okay, so this is the software related. We are not disturbing software related. We are not disturbing, and this performance schema also software related. We are not disturbing this one. And next, this is also we are not disturbing guys. So this one for our practice we can use, and this world we can use for our practice purpose. Understanding this one? So these 2 things we can use for our practice purpose. Later, I will let you know about these things. Guys. So now totally 252 database there. Out of this all, which one is our current database? I want to know, guys. Then here, select database. Select database parenthesis semicolon. So we have to use this command. Then by default null representing. So right now 252 rows there. Rows nothing but every row is 1 DB. 252 databases there. Out of them, nothing selecting. No database is selected as current DB. If I want to create one table, in which database you want to create table? Not selecting, that is the meaning. But we have to select any one database as our current DB. Then there you can do the operations. Okay, na? So if you want to see which one is the current DB, like this command you can use, you'll get this one. Okay, now this one I want to use my current DB, guys, the world one. So use command we can use and followed by required DB name can use. So database changed. Using use command, which one we want to select as current DB, we can select it. If it is available, selecting properly. So now upper arrow guys here in our laptop arrows there, left arrow, upper arrow like that. If we are pressing upper arrow, previously entered commands coming without typing again. So now again I'm executing select database. So now which one is the current database? World. I selected here as current DB. Now this one is there. So in this database, what are the tables there? If we want to see in this database, what are the tables there? If we want to see, then show tables. Show tables command we can use. So one point remember guys, these commands with lower letters also we can create lower letters, upper letters, both combination letters we can use. Why means database commands are not case sensitive. Just for your understanding purpose. So uppercase letters I'm using. Wherever I'm creating my own names, so like this, lower letters I will use. Okay, just for naming convention. So show tables. In this DB, if any table there, showing them. Okay, their column symbol I use it instead of semicolon. That's why not terminating. So how to use semicolon, then only query is the terminating guys. If it is correct, executing, otherwise throwing the error. Okay, now. So now coming back, and here semicolon can use. So now 3 tables there guys. Tables in world DB, 3 there. City, country language related there. For example, country related, I'm going to select it. First of all, country related description I want to see guys in this country table. What are the columns there? Every column data type is what like I want to describe them. So for that purpose, DESC command we can use followed by the table name guys. DESC followed by the table name. So now here, these all available guys. These all columns there. Country code, country name, country continent, region, surface area, independent year, population, like this so many columns there guys. So every column is like one field, database fields we are calling table fields or technically considered like columns. Every column is having its data type guys. Every column is having its data type. In Python we have so many data types. Same like that database also having data types. So now here char data type, enum data type, decimal data type, int data type, small int, big int, like there guys, varchar, like different things there. You will understand these things slowly. And now here country code related characters required maximum 3 characters. This is the max length. And the name of the country related maximum 52 characters allowed. Continent related here the available all continents there. And here the default value Asia is there. By default, the continent Asia continent selecting for every country. If you are using a specific continent name, that only selecting out of these all are drop downs. So which one you want, that continent you can select. So here default value there means the particular column related default value these things. If we want, we can enter any explicitly value. And here the null related is for which columns know there, for which columns know their null. So for those columns related, 100% data is required. Okay, if yes is there, then for that column data, if not giving also no problem, then null value storing automatically. Okay, allowed empty values also yes. If no is there, not allowed empty values, must be required value, required columns. Yes is there means not required columns, like that. So this is about the description related to this table. Now, next, if I want to see the data from this table, select what is there? Select start from table name like we are using. So worldwise, nearly 200 countries there is all the countries related information you are going to get it here. Okay, na? So 239 rows there is here, 239 rows there. So here horizontally all the columns representation related space not sufficiently there. That's why like this coming as okay ugly format displaying. By writing some extra comments, we can make it properly displaying. And the same query is the same query. If we are using in this MySQL workbench, then here like this scrolling we are getting horizontal scrolling, then we are able to see. For example, see here, so databases I'm using. Okay, so without executing this query, also all available databases here showing, all available databases showing guys. So here no need to executing the query guys. Out of this all, which one is the current DB if we want to see? So now here check it guys. Out of all databases, this one more thick black color is there. Thick black color means this one is the current DB like understanding. So no need to use like a use command and selecting. So simply if we want to select any other database, for example, this article DB or else template DB I want to use. So simply double click on that. That's it. So this one has our current DB selecting. Just double click in. No need to use use command. Back end side, it is uses use command. Okay, if I want this one, select like this. Okay, you can hide like this. This is our current DB like understanding. In this DB, what are the tables there if we want to know? Show tables command we used here. So now here, just you can expand here and next tables there guys. Simply you can expand here. So what are the tables there here? You will find it. So these all many tables there. These many tables there in this table in this table in this database. So these many tables there. So for example, here one table is there, AUTH authentication user related. So here a table structure is there, guys. So now right now here for seeing this data, select star from table name I used. So without using like this query, here, simply you can click on here in this table. So then the table related data we are able to see here, table related data. If more records there, multiple records there, here the scrolling we are going to get top to bottom, we can move it guys. So now this one we can expand like this. If more records there, we can scroll down. And horizontally, if more column there, we can scroll like this, left to right, right to left like that. Okay. So here, select the star from so and so table name. This query I'm not executing, simply coming to here and double click here. This query automatically executing. Okay, so right now here the four IDs related there guys. For example here where the ID equal to 2, ID equal to 2. Okay, where condition machine. Okay, where ID equal to 2. So if I'm clicking this one, wherever ID equal to 2 is there, that related record only filtering. Okay, if I'm not selecting this one, just a query I created and I'm clicking, this query is executing. And if I'm selecting only this particular part, only the selected portion only going to executing. So all the records we are getting, see here, it execute the selected portion of the script, selected portion of the script only executing. That's why all the records showing are everything are everything executing if there is no selection. Okay. So if no selection there, the entire query is executing. That's why only specific record going to selecting, filtering. So here, without writing as SQL queries much more, a lot of shortcuts, GUI interactions there. If we want to create one more new table here, one more new table if we want to create here, so right click here, clicking create a table, and then we are going to enter the table name, okay, table name, and in this table, what are the columns required, every column data type, what required, like we can write it. This is called GUI interface, guys. Okay, I want to close. I don't want to save. Okay. So now in this, guys, every command manually we have to type it. Manually we have to type it. So for example, all the columns I don't want. Country code I want. Country name I want, guys. Country code, country name, country continent. Okay, three things I want. So only these things you are getting. Three columns out of all the columns. And I don't want all these 239. Here only from country and next limit 5. Only 5 only you're going to get. So I want only country code, country name, country continent from this country table. And if 239 rows there, all I don't want. Limit 5, only 5 I want. First 5 going to get. And 5 I want, which 5 offset value we are giving. These all are SQL queries, guys. Okay, forget about that. Later we'll focus on the SQL queries. So our main agenda is what? Using Python scripting, how we are interacting to this database. So now you have to install like this and can use like this commands. SQL commands, I will let you know slowly. So come to our file. And next, if we want interacting to the MySQL database from the Python script, guys, from the Python script. So here, this is create one Python script. Create one Python script. Any .py file is called as a Python script only, guys. For example, demo.py assumption. This is a Python script. So here you are going to write some logics. You're going to write some logics. So assumption, this is your Python script. Python script. And here a database there is. So here databases, multiple databases there. This is my system. So here I have a MySQL database, MySQL DB. I have a MongoDB, guys. I have MongoDB. I have a Oracle DB. Okay, SQL Server, like several databases I installed in my machine. Now, here Python script I'm creating. From this Python script, if we want to interact with this MySQL, we have to write MySQL related scripting code here. Okay. So if we want to interacting to MongoDB related, we have to write. If we want to interacting to Oracle related scripting code, we have to write here. Okay. So first of all, from the Python script, if we want to interacting to the required databases, we have to install third-party modules. Required database related third-party modules we have to install. For communicating to MySQL, so many modules there. One of the module is PyMySQL. PyMySQL is a third-party module we have to install. For interacting to MongoDB, PyMongo, like one module is there, guys. For interacting to Oracle, CX underscore Oracle, CX Oracle module is there. Okay, na? PyODBC for SQL server related. For every database, a separate third-party module is there. Python third-party modules, how we are installing. Previously in module chapter I explained. Open the command prompt using the pip command. Pip install followed by required module name. Which module I want right now here? PyMySQL. So this pip interacting to the internet, searching for this PyMySQL module, finding, collecting, downloading, installing, everything done. So after installing, this module is available in our Python software location. So by using this module, we can interact from Python script to required database. To this we can interact. So this PyMySQL module is acting like a bridge between the Python script to MySQL database, or else it is acting like a connector module between the Python script to required database. Understanding, guys? So In my system, MySQL is there, MongoDB is there, Oracle is there, for example. And I created here, every database related, these all modules also installed. PyMySQL is there, PyMongo is there, CX Oracle also there. So now here Python script we are creating. So in this script, we are defining which database we want to interact from this Python script. So that is we have to write. If I want to interact to the MySQL, so this PyMySQL module we have to import. First importing the required module, and later using that module create a database connection. How to creating I will let you know. Create the database connection. Okay. So next after creating the database connection, some other procedures we are going to following. So right now we are going to discussing about this one. In this Python script, what are the steps we have to follow for interacting to this MySQL and performing here database operations? All of you clear this one? So in my system, PyMySQL module I installed already. PyMySQL is there, MySQL client is there, the different module there is. So for example, I don't know Python from Python script how to interacting MySQL DB. I don't know. Simply same query type in the internet, then you will get it. This is the module you have to install. Using this module, you can communicate like that. You will get a lot of information. Okay. So I want to create one script, guys. Ideally can open. Ideally or directly PyCharm we are using now. So can use a PyCharm. Okay. First I'll create one folder here. In this 83 files exceptions now database related database. So in this I'll create a database script, guys. Database. This folder I want to open. So yeah, click on this. So this is one project, guys. Django based social media blog related projects. So here hundreds of lines of code we are going to writing. So the people who are joining for Django, people can do applications like this. These all things my students only doing, guys. I'll give you just the guidelines, next what, like that. So many lines files we are writing. Okay, now here click this one and open. And in the D drive, where is it? In D drive. In D drive 83. And now here a database. This folder I want to open. Trust project. This window means this is closing and our project opening. Just folder I opened, guys. And now inside this, so no files there, no files there. So I have to create one. Right click on this folder, click on the new, click on the Python file, give the name. So for example, database program.py. Okay, or as a database program1.py, like I'm using. So next database program 2, like that I'll create. Okay, now here the can write. So already I installed PyMySQL, guys. So just for your understanding, here I'm giving pip install PyMySQL. Okay, from the command prompt can install, I said this one. And if you want using this PyCharm ID also we can install. For example, if it is not installing here, whenever we are trying to importing using import keyword, we are importing. So if it is not installing, click on that, automatically installing. Okay. So, so this is unused import. Later we can use it. So first I'll follow here the procedure wise, guys. So importing required database module, guys. Database connector module. Simply importing required module. First step for interacting to the database Python script we are creating. In the first step is importing the required module. Like this we are importing. So this is step 1 related, guys. Step 1. And the next another one, step 2. Step 2. After importing the required module, so creating the database connection, guys. Creating the database connection object using PyMySQL module, using PyMySQL. So now here PyMySQL dot connect method is there, guys. PyMySQL module contains connect method. So in this connect method, all the inputs we are giving, guys. All the inputs we are giving. So here first the host equal to MySQL software available where in the local machine only available, guys. Host equal to string format, guys. String format local host we are writing. Host is local host, or else in this place you can also use 127.0.0.1. That is the local IP address, guys. Host is this one. Username is root, and the next password is also a root, guys. Here password is also a root we are using. Okay, so host is what, username is what, password is what, and host, if it is a remote mission related, if we are using that remote mission related IP address we are using, and port number also we are using, guys. Okay, right now default setting, these things are not right. Host means software, MySQL software working in where, in the local machine working, and with this username, with this password trying to interacting. If a username password wrong there, we are unable to make it connection. Okay, so if these all statements correctly working, then connection creating. So I'm assigning like this, connection object assigned to one variable, This is called connection object, guys. So create the connection object like this creating. So really created or not, we can check it. This connection object I'm printing, guys. Connection object I'm printing. So right click on this, and check it here. So if printing like this, connection object like that, successfully creating. For example, here password, wrong password I'm using 123 password, wrong password I'm using. And then, so in this local machine, username with root, password with root 123, trying to interacting. So operational error exception throwing, access denied for the user root using so and so password like that. Simply access denied means rejected. Database connection object not created because of this wrong password. Okay, so I removed that and creating correct one. So if I'm creating, then connection object is created. So in this database, guys, in this MySQL, number of sub databases there. If we want to interact to any one particular database directly, here only database equal to, or else DB equal to which database we want to interact, the database name we can use. So right now I'm not interacting to database, just the database interaction only I'm doing. Particular database I'm not interacting. Okay, connection object I created, and after that, next step 3, guys. Create create cursor object. Create the cursor object by using cursor method, by using cursor method. Create cursor object by using cursor method of connection object. Whatever the connection object we are creating, so that one, guys. Here any name we can use XYZ, whatever we are using. So using that name, dot cursor method we can use, using that cursor object creating. For example, here cursor, for understanding purpose here, cursor object like I'm using. So connection object dot cursor method using this. This is the statement. Create the cursor object. For every program, these statements are common statements, guys. Okay, only here the one more attribute we are using. If we want to interact to any database directly, that database name also we can use here, DB or database equal to so and so DB like that. Okay, so importing the module is same. Next, creating the connection object by giving some database details. So we can create the connection object. After that, create the cursor object using this cursor method of this connection object. Okay, using this we can interacting guys. So in this cursor object, we have execute method. Using execute method, we can execute our required queries. First of all, this is created or not. Check it. Cursor object. So yes, cursor object also created. Cursor object also created. And the next step for step 4. So create the required SQL queries. Create the required SQL query. Create the required SQL query for executing purpose, guys. Okay, create the required SQL query. Okay, simply SQL query. So now here SQL equal to whatever the query you want, that query you can use. So first of all, I want to see all available databases. So databases semicolon. This is the query. So this query only we use here. So databases. Okay. So because of this, these all available databases we are getting. What is the query? This one, show databases. The same query I want to execute from Python script. Okay, I created a required SQL query. Okay, like this. Next step. Step 5. Step 5. Next, execute the required SQL query. Execute the required SQL query. How to executing? By using execute method. By using execute method of cursor object. In this cursor object, we have a execute method. Using this, we can execute the required SQL query, guys. For example, cursor object dot execute method. Okay, execute method is there. To this SQL query, we are giving as an input. Okay, now check it, guys. This entire query, if you want, you can use directly here, no problem. Sometimes these SQL queries more big lengthy queries there. So that lengthy query, if we are using here, the readability is not good. Separately we are creating, and that variable name we are using here. So this execute method is going to execute this required SQL query. After executing, then so this is the result, guys. This is all we are getting. So this entire data accessing, see here, there's a Python and here database there. So now this execute method using this SQL query coming to here and interacting, executing and getting response back. Now this response available in this object. In this cursor update, that entire data is available. Got it, this one? So if we are assigned to any one variable, like this count equal to, so simply you can print that count, how many rows accessed after, how many rows data coming after executing this query you are understanding. So now here 252 there, guys. So 250 rows accessed, like a message if you want, you can create. So here we can write 250 rows are databases, rows accessed, like we can make it. So that count we are getting as 250 rows data, got it like that. Okay. So that is your ways. And okay, print count. Okay, this is I'm commenting. Next, so now I executed query, guys. Data is available here. Data I want to access. Now here the step 6. Accessing data from cursor object. Accessing the data from cursor object using for loop. Using for loop, I want to access, guys. So this is cursor object. In Python for loops, how to writing already we know, guys. So here for I in cursor object, into this I, every database name we are getting into this I. So I want to print this I. So now check it here. You are getting like this. See, guys. So all you are getting one by one you are getting. So which format you are getting? This is a tuple format, guys. A tuple of single value string format there. If single value is there, comma must be required. If comma is not there, this is considering like a string only. So tuple format, we got it guys. Actually, data is available like this tuple format, and the number of tuple there. This is one tuple. Again, this is one tuple. Okay, like this number of tuples there guys. Number of tuple there. So because of writing for loop from this outer tuple, each tuple data. This is one, and this is one. This is one. Like that, we access it. Tuple of tuples format there guys. So each tuple we got it. I want only this thing for my data. Then how we are getting? So one more for loop we are going to write. Inner for loop we are going to write. So for simply for row, or else anyone you can use guys. So simply I only I will use for I in cursor object, and one more for loop for j in I, not cursor object. For j in I, from this I only you are going to get, and then print this j, print this j. Okay, so here the tuple of tuples there is a syntax tuple of tuple 1, tuple 2, tuple 3, like this number of things there. So in every tuple, so here the db1 string format like this there, db2, and next db3 like this there guys. So first time in this loop, every database tuple format getting. Okay, now when coming to here, only one tuple related db1 like that there, db1 like that there. So for this one more for loop I created here. That's why only this inner data accessing, inner data db1 like that. That is we are printing. So because of that here the string format db1 like printing. Okay, so now execute. See guys, all are normal string values format printing. So from this Python script, I sent this query guys. So databases query, and I got the data, and that data as per my requirement, I displayed here as per my requirement. Okay now? Hmm. So now check it guys here. First, you have to install the module for interacting to MySQL, and you have to create one Python script with any .py file, guys, and you open that and follow the steps. First, importing the required module like this. We are importing. Next, creating the database connection using that imported module. In this imported module, we have a connect method. There, these all inputs there, guys. We are giving these all inputs. Host is what, user is what, password is what, like that, and creating the connection object. Next, create the cursor object using the cursor method of this connection object. So like this we are creating. Sometimes asking in interviews how to creating connection object, how to creating cursor object, you have to tell like this. And next, create the required SQL query. This one, this is only changing guys every time. Whatever the query we want to execute, that query we are changing. Yeah. Okay, next execute the required query using the execute method of the cursor object. So in this cursor object, we have execute method, then this SQL query we are executing. And the next accessing the data from the cursor object. After executing the SQL query, data is available in this object. So can access that. Using the for loop, I access it. And next, we have fetching methods also guys. Accessing data using fetching related methods, fetching methods, simply accessing data using fetching methods also. So in file handling as for reading the data purpose, read or read lines like that. So here also for accessing the data from the cursor object, we have a fetch related methods, fetch many, fetch all, fetch one, like some methods there. We can use them. So for example here, cursor object dot fetch all, cursor object dot fetch all guys. This is a method. So using this method, we can get the data. Simply I'm assigning to one variable. I'm assigning to one variable data. So now this is I'm going to print this data I'm printing is. So check it how it returns. Now check it guys. So here all available records. So tuple of tuple format, this is outer tuple. Inside that each tuple is there, guys. So tuple of tuple format return. Entire data tuple of tuple format return. One more for loop if we are writing each tuple outside coming. So now here this format data is there. This entire data as it is returning here. Okay, fetch all method accessing entire data like a tuple of tuple format and returning. Got it? So now here I'm using fetch all method. And next one more. We have fetch many, guys. Fetch many method. Fetch many. So can use that. Fetch many related. So this is the method. And now you can see the output. So only one database, tuple of tuple format, only returning. Fetch all returns all available databases, tuple of tuples related. Fetch many only by default return one only. Tuple of tuple format only returning, guys. Tuple of tuple format only. Now here, so this one. Now you can observe, guys, here. So this is one tuple. Inside this tuple, comma must be required. And this is outer tuple. Inside that only one value is there. Again, comma must be required. So when attending interviews, guys, so 4 answers giving, which one is the correct one, like selecting using fetch many, output format asking. So sometimes this comma missing, sometimes here comma missing. In one input, both commas there. So like that giving, you have to select the proper format. Okay, no? So okay, now here, this syntax you are getting. Now the same fetch related, count also we can give, guys. Count also we can give. So for example, if I'm giving 2 count, by default only one return, tuple of tuple format, only one return. If I'm giving count, how many count we are giving? Those number of records accessing tuple of tuple format. So I given 2 count, that's why tuple of 2 tuples returned. For each tuple is like one database related. So if I'm using here the 3, then tuple of 3 tuples returning is how many we want, we can access them like this. So for example, 2 I'm using, so this is a 1, comma, and this is another one. So db2. Like this we are getting also. Fetch many of count if we are giving those count number of records only accessing. And next one more. Fetch one method is there, guys. Fetch one method. Fetch one is there. So using this only directly single record, guys, in a tuple object you are going to get it. Okay, only single record you are going to get it. So this outer tuple you are not getting, and only like this you are getting single one using the fetch one particular record, single record only you are getting first single recorder. So like this we can access, guys, fetch one, fetch many, fetch all depending on the requirement. And after that last step for the today's session. How many steps there here? This is what sixth step only. In this sixth step only, accessing related different variations as per the requirement we can use. So next here the seventh related. So close the all opened close the all the required objects, simply close the all the required objects. So simply this is the concept of resources closing statement. Every opened object we have to close, guys. Otherwise, whenever we are creating database connection object in memory location, like this one object creating, and that is like a connection object with the name connection object opening, guys. So here we are interacting using this connection object into this, and we are performing required operations. So after completing uses, we have to close this one using the close methods. So recently opened objects we have sorry recently opened object we have to close first. Cursor object recently opened, guys. First I have to close that one, and after that the connection object we have to close it. Connection object we have to close for confirmation. So connection closed like I'm giving. So connection closed. After accessing, connection closed. So like this, if we are closing as objects, then resources in memory location closing, memory is getting free space, and that connection can use by other people. Okay, connection pooling by admin management people creating as networking admin people there. Those people creating connection management related. So at a time, how many people can interacting like that. So for that, we are closing this one. Then other people can access. So 7 steps, guys, I given here. Today I'll share one material. In that material, these all procedure there. Okay. Do practice, guys. Step 1 is what, step 2 is what, step 3 is what, like that. So every day we are following these steps only, and small changes we are going to do as per the requirement. For example, tomorrow in this out of available databases, I want to interact to this ORM DB. Okay, na? Object relational management DB1 ORM DB is there. I want to interact to this DB. In this DB, I want to do some operations. So directly, if we want to interact to that ORM DB, here only database, simply database equal to ORM DB like we are using, and directly communicating to that ORM DB. In that DB, what we want to do, that SQL queries we are writing here. So like that, changing as per the requirement. So here the query 1, query 2, query 3, like multiple queries also we can create 1, 2, 3 like that. And this statement multiple times we can execute query 1 one time, query 2 one time, query 3 one time, or else execute many method also there. Multiple queries at a time we can give for executing also. So a lot of next level coding is there. We'll discuss in the next session. Okay, na? I'll continue the database concept in next session also, guys. So here, after understanding this procedure from Python script to database, how to interacting. So later you have to focus on the database queries for creating, for updating, for deleting. What are the queries there like that. So today I said, guys, I'll upload this material here, downloading and installation related there. So about the PyMySQL module, this is third-party module for interacting to MySQL like that. And here, so database connection related steps there, coding related. Okay, now without the theory, guys, directly coding related there. And fetch many related, fetch one, these methods related explanation there, syntax format there, output format. And full database, previously, guys, MySQL 5.0, whenever we are selecting 5.0 when installing, these 3 things only coming. Now we are installing all the people latest version MySQL 8 related, 8x related. That's why 5 things coming. Some sample databases also you are getting along with these all things. Forget about this one. And next here, queries there, basic queries, creating database related query, use the database related, why we are using. So here you can read this theory, you will understanding. To see the available tables in database, this is the command. For creating table, this is command. For seeing description about this table, this is command. For inserting data into this table, this is the command. Okay, selecting, updating, deleting, basic CRUD operation related queries are given here. And later, if we want to delete existing table, if we want to selecting table, database, if we want to see which one is the current one. So like some queries there, guys. So just go through this one. In the next session, I will explain clearly. A lot of SQL queries I will explain. And also so far we executed this one, guys. So here, if we want to clear this screen, guys, system CLS, when we are typing, then this screen is clearing. Okay. So previously entered inputs, I mean queries related output, we are unable to see it. So entire screen is clear. Now empty screen is there. Again, we can execute fresh commands. So that is a command here I given, guys, system CLS related, or else if you want, you can use this shortcut. /!CLS. Instead of this, you can use this one, no problem. And if we are pressing Control Z or exit method, the screen automatically going to close it. So like some shortcuts related given. So question with answer. These basic questions for interviews related important, guys. Okay. So check it these things. And next advanced level queries I will discuss in the next session. Don't miss it. Database related SQL queries which are required, which we are using repeatedly, I will let you know in the next session. Okay. So thank you, guys. Thank you for this session. See you tomorrow.
Recording stopped.
Do you have any queries? So once the database interactions completing, and next one more important chapter, OOPS concept there, and NumPy and Pandas modules related there is. So any one topic will start. Before OOPS concept only, I'm planning to start advanced module NumPy and Pandas for data analysis. We can do it. So using Pandas data analysis more easily we can do. Tomorrow I'll inform that next session which one going to start like that. This clear today's session?